I drove beyond the village sign, with nowhere else to call. Your old house stood behind the trees, its windows painted white. A bicycle leaned by the gate, too small to have been yours. I did not stop to find out who had made a life inside. On the road that bloomed after rain, I saw the years grow kind. They softened every broken edge and left the truth behind. We were not meant to keep that house or make one road remain. Still, something beautiful had grown on the road after the rain. We used to walk there every spring, your shoes beneath your arm. You knew the names of every tree, I only knew your hand. We spoke of rooms we might afford, a dog, a garden wall. We thought that love was choosing once and never changing course. On the road that bloomed after rain, I saw the years grow kind. They softened every broken edge and left the truth behind. We were not meant to keep that house or make one road remain. Still, something beautiful had grown on the road after the rain. You left to study by the coast, I stayed to help at home. Our letters crossed for half a year, then learned to travel less. No final sentence ended us, no promise turned untrue. The distance simply filled the space that once belonged to two. On the road that bloomed after rain, the past was not a chain. It was a field we once walked through, then never crossed again. I did not need to see your face or call your given name. The flowers growing by the wall were more than grief could claim. Perhaps the heart does not forget, it changes what it keeps. The sharpest days become a road, the quiet ones become the trees. On the road that bloomed after rain, I lowered every window. The scent of earth came through the car, the western sky turned gold. I drove beyond the final bend without regret or blame, and left our young and hopeful selves among the flowers after after rain. Every Sunday at the table by the glass, the sun would cross the wooden floor before the daylight passed. I told you of the neighbor's cat, the market and the snow. I filled the page with little things so you would never know. The truth was in the spaces where my careful sentences stopped. They were letters the sunset never read, words that never left the room. I folded every page at dusk and placed it with the others. No address waited on the front, no stamp was ever used. They were letters the sunset never read, written only to get through. You had already made it clear that leaving was the end. You asked me not to wait for you or turn the past into a friend. I honored every word you said, in daylight and in public, but evening brought your name to mind before I learned to stop it. They were letters the sunset never read, words that never left the room. I folded every page at dusk and placed it with the others. No address waited on the front, no stamp was ever used. They were letters the sunset never read, written only to get through. One spring I found the wooden box while moving
downstairs. They were letters the sunset never read, not a bridge and not a plea. They gave my sorrow somewhere else to go instead of following me. No answer could have changed the years, no reunion made them true. They were letters the sunset never read, and they had done what they could do. I did not burn them for a scene or throw them in the rain. I placed them in the paper bin and walked back up again. Now the sunset crosses other rooms, other tables, other days. I watch it touch the wooden floor and do not reach for any page. Your name can pass across my mind without becoming something new. The letters went unread by you, but finally I read them through. My train arrived from northern rain at 4:30 that day.
The station roof was full of birds.
The sea looked far away.
I came from roads of summer dust, my jacket on my arm. You asked if I knew where to find the ferry through the harbor.
You held my heavy suitcase.
You shared your paper map.
Two strangers walking side by side
while evening crossed the tracks. When two winds met beside the sea, they changed the weather for a while.
You brought the rain, I brought the sun. We shared one road, one borrowed mile.
No hand of fate, no written sign, no
promise we could understand. Only two winds crossing once
and turning strangers into friends. The ferry had been cancelled, so we found a room in town.
We ate beside the kitchen door while storm clouds gathered round.
You told me why you left your home.
You told me why you stayed.
The truth came easily that night, because we had no past to save.
When two winds met beside the sea, they changed the weather for a while. You brought the rain, I brought the sun. We shared one road, one borrowed mile.
fate, no written sign, no promise we could understand. Only two winds crossing once and turning strangers into friends. The morning ferry called at 6. The harbor turned to blue. You stood with both hands in your coat. I did not ask to follow you. You wrote your number on the map. The rain erased one line. We smiled as though we both believed that chance would come a second time. When two winds met beside the sea, they changed the weather, not the world. You took your road, I took my own. The ferry flags were slowly raised. No vow was broken at the dock. No heart was asked to understand. Only two winds crossing once, then moving over separate lands. Did you ever keep the map? Until the paper wore away. Did you remember that small town? Whenever rain met summer air. When two winds meet beside the sea, they do not ask the sky to stay. They touch the sails, disturb the light, then carry different clouds away. No, love is small because it ends before the world can call it love. We were two winds crossing once, and once was quietly enough. The lamp at the end of the hill came on before the rest. It shone above your garden wall and warmed the winter mist. I climbed the narrow road each night with bread beneath my arm. You watched for me behind the glass and opened before I knocked. We had no grand beginning, only one light showing me the way. The lamp at the end of the hill was small against the night, but every time I saw it burn, the whole road felt alright. still. Home was not the house itself, but the lamp at the end of the hill. We lived there through 4 winters, 2 summers and 1 spring. The roof would leak above the stairs, the doorbell rarely rang. You fill the kitchen window with jars of growing herbs. I learned to mend the garden fence. You taught the house to breathe. The lamp at the end of the hill was small against the night, but every time I saw it burn, the whole road felt alright. No star above the sleeping town could ever shine as still. Home was not the house itself, but the lamp at the end of the hill. Your illness came in early May. By autumn you were gone. For months I left the lamp turned off and entered through the dark. Then one cold night I understood the light was never grief. I turned it on and watched it shine across the fallen leaves. Love does not leave the living, only rooms they cannot bear. It leaves a way of making tea, a light, a coat, a chair. The lamp at the end of the hill comes on before the stars. I see it from the lower road and know the walk is mine. And home is where I keep your love, by the lamp at the end of the hill.
Grow pale at noon. The workers tie the final rose. The air becomes perfume. I walk the path beside the barn where you once lost your hat. The sun was high, your hands were blue from flowers and from dust. We thought the scent would follow us through every room and year. Before the lavender season ends, I breathe the fading air. We worked one summer for the farm, a room above the store. You woke before the village bell, I always slept too long. At dusk we rode your rusted bike, my hands around your waist. The road was lined with purple rose, the hills were far away. Before the lavender season ends, the evening turns to gold. The flowers bend beneath the wind, the summer loosens hold. We cannot ask a field to bloom, because we once stood there. Before the lavender season ends, I breathe the fading air. For Paris in the fall, I stayed until December. For years the scent of lavender could bring that road together, and slowly became a flower, a soap, a summer room. Not every lovely memory must always be a wound. I used to think that letting go would make the summer small. Now I know the heart can treasure what it does not keep at all. Before the lavender season ends, the first cool stars appear. I walk beyond the final road and feel the night draw near. The scent grows faint behind my steps, the road ahead is clear. Before the lavender season ends, I thank you for